Hello, and welcome back to episode 2 of this Attitude Era-inspired universe mode. Thank you so much for your support in the last episode. I hope you enjoy the show we have in store for you. The show started with European champion Triple H addressing the crowd. He explained how the decision not to include him in the WWF Championship #1 Contenders Tournament was a blatant act of disrespect, and now was his time to be elevated to the main event status. Just then, Mankind appeared on the ramp and said if Triple H wanted main event status, he would need to prove himself against him at Unforgiven. He challenged Hunter to a European title match inside a steel cage at the upcoming pay-per-view. Triple H responded, stating that Mankind was not on his level, but said that if Mankind could win his match tonight on Raw is War, he would accept Mankind's steel cage challenge. Our cameras then caught up backstage with WWF champion Bret the Hitman Hart. He said he would be watching the final 4 participants closely tonight. He says undoubtedly they are world-class athletes, but he is in a league of his own. He announces he will be in action himself tonight and will prove why he is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. The first match of the night was one of 2 semi-finals matches in the #1 Contendership Tournament. The Nation of Domination leader and Intercontinental Champion The Rock went one-on-one with the dead man, The Undertaker. The Rock stole a cheap victory in the quarter-finals with a low blow on Ken Shamrock last week, whilst The Undertaker overcame the powerhouse Ahmed Johnson. Which of these 2 superstars would advance to the final? This was a back-and-forth match, with The Rock displaying great resilience in dealing with a much larger opponent in The Undertaker. But he couldn't keep the Deadman down for 3. The Rock delivered a huge spinebuster and went to follow it up with the People's Elbow, but The Undertaker managed to dodge it and went on to deliver a devastating tombstone and secured his place in next week's finale. After the match, the Nation once again launched a savage attack on The Undertaker. The Rock headed to the outside of the ring for a steel chair, but just then, Ken Shamrock jumped the guardrail and looked to exact revenge on The Rock. The beatdown on The Undertaker continued in the ring until Kane emerged through hellfire and brimstone. Kane took to the ring, taking out both Kama and D-Lo with a double choke slam. The Undertaker and Kane went on to hit tombstones in perfect sync before going face-to-face in the ring. Were the brothers uniting? Tag team action next, when Hawk and Animal of the Legion of Doom took on the tag team champions Owen Hart and the British Bulldog in a non-title match. If Legion of Doom won this match, they would potentially put themselves in a great position to challenge for the tag titles. The powerhouses Animal and Bulldog kicked off the match, demonstrating great strength before the self-proclaimed King of Hearts tagged in, showing off great athleticism. The tag was made to Hawk, and it looked as though the tide had turned as the Legion of Doom began to build momentum. However, whilst the Bulldog and Animal brawled on the outside of the ring, Owen Hart took to the middle rope and smashed his protective cast over Hawk's head, while the referee's back was turned, allowing the Hart Foundation to secure the victory. Paul Bearer then appeared backstage. He said that his cane will destroy all those who stand before him. He is a monster, and monsters are not blinded by championship gold. The only thing that can satisfy Kane's intense hunger is inflicting pain on others. He did it last week with the Hardy Boys and Headbangers. He did it tonight with the Nation of Domination, and he will continue to do it week in, week out. Next, Mankind took on Crush of the DOA to earn his shot at Triple H at Unforgiven. However, Hunter blindsided Mankind before the match and launched a scathing attack, sending him into the steel steps and then tossing him into the ring for the waiting Crush. Crush took advantage of this and went straight onto the offense with Mankind, unleashing a barrage of offense and high-impact moves. Somehow, Mankind managed to find a way back into the match, hitting his signature strikes in the corner, followed by the running knee. Mankind came close to a 3 count after hitting his sight-out pile driver. But Crush swung the tide back in his favour with a sickening back suplex on the apron. Crush looked to end the match with the heart punch, but Mankind reversed this with the mandible claw securing the victory. Next up, we had the Patriot, who was in phenomenal shape, taking on the WWF champion Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret started the match as the aggressor, looking to send a message to the superstars competing in the #1 Contenders Tournament. But the pendulum soon swung in the way of the Patriot. He took control of the match, showing unbelievable strength, dominating the Hitman. If the Patriot could claim a victory here, surely he could be staking a claim as #1 contender. It was a truly back-and-forth encounter between these two superstars, putting on a great match. However, the Hitman, being the ultimate technical professional, went to work on the legs of the Patriot. Bret looked to end the match with a devastating figure 4 leg lock around the ring post. But the Patriot refused to quit. The Patriot showed signs of a late revival, hitting a huge pop-up powerbomb for a near fall. But eventually, the work the Hitman had done to the legs paid off as Bret executed the sharpshooter, giving the Patriot no choice but to tap out. Our final match of the evening was the second semi-final match between Psycho Sid and the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sid was victorious over Vader last week, while Austin eliminated Goldust in last week's quarterfinals. After a strong start from Sid, Austin rallied back, stomping a mud hole in the corner, followed up with his signature right hands raining down on Sid. Sid looked to return fire with an impactful neckbreaker. He then signaled the end when he went for the choke slam. But Austin wriggled free and hit a stunner on the big man, booking himself a match against The Undertaker on next week's show. Austin celebrated his victory in the ring, but the Hart Foundation appeared on the ramp. Austin stared them down defiantly. Is Austin destined to face Hart at Unforgiven? If you are enjoying this series, please press the like button and subscribe for more episodes. What rivalries would you like to see? Let's discuss in the comments section below. Until next time, take care.